everybody, and welcome back to another new vlog. Thank you for joining me once again. I'm at Kinver Edge again today. It's only the second time I've been here, and I'm following the exact same route that I took the last time I was here, but hopefully this time I'll be able to spot one or two more interesting compositions. I always find that with the first trip somewhere that I've never been before, I tend to spend a lot of time trying to work out what the route is and missing some of the compositions that might work quite nicely. Now I think there might be one just ahead of me here. There are some trees in the middle of the path further along here, and I think they make an interesting composition. So I might stop here and capture a shot of this. I have already taken a couple of shots that I've shown you already. Hope you like those. But yeah, I'm just trying to find a few compositions that I didn't pick up the last time I was here, and hopefully we can make some interesting images. So yeah, I'm going to stop here, take this photo, and then carry on moving. I'm following the exact same route that I followed the last time I came to Kinver Edge, and I don't mind doing that. I think that can be a good thing because you learn more about the landscape and the location that you're in if you keep revisiting, but also you see the landscape and all the different compositions that are within it evolve and grow and change over time, and that's really interesting because you end up with sometimes very similar images, but there are just a few subtle minor changes to the images which make them slightly more interesting and tell a slightly different and more up-to-date story. So I think there's a lot to be said for following the same route again anyway. But just on this route, just a few minutes ago, I've had a moment of deja vu. The first time I was here, I was walking up this path and I had to stop at one point because ahead of me, just slightly up a slope, there were two women on horseback, and I was a little bit unsure of whether the horses were going to bolt or not. And I got to the same spot on the path today, exactly the same spot, saw exactly the same two women on exactly the same two horses in exactly the same spot, and again I wasn't sure whether or not they were going to bolt or not. So I waited, and then the women said to me, "Why don't you come through first, because we can't get these guys moving." So I did. But quite amazing to get to exactly the same spot and see exactly the same people at a completely different time. That's really interesting. But I'm still following this path now, and I'll probably find that by the end of the shoot today, some of the images may well look fairly similar to images I've taken before, but like I said, I've got no problem at all with that. So I'm going to keep shooting, keep capturing some images. I hope you've enjoyed the images that I've shown you so far. There's one or two that I didn't take the last time I was here, so they're quite a new addition to everything. So hope you like them. I'm going to move on and see if I can find something else now. Guys, I just want to quickly interrupt just here. If you are at all interested in purchasing a calendar for 2026, some of my landscape photography images that I've produced over the last 12 months, then you can purchase one by clicking the link to the order page in the description below. I'll leave a link there. There's not very many copies left, so if you would like one, then now's the time to get one. They're only £15 and it's an A3 calendar. I've printed it single-sided as well, so that each image has got its own page. So if you decide at the end of 2026 that you want to keep some of the images, you can cut those out and frame them up and keep the images as they are. So I'll leave the link in the description below. Take a look at that if you're really interested. That takes you to my website, and I've also got some other prints available on the website as well, so do check that out if you can. So I followed a descending path down through the woodland and come out on a what looks like a bridle path on the way towards Nanny's cave, which is somewhere I went last time I was here, obviously. But I've just spotted, as I'm walking down this path, those two horses from earlier gallop across the path in front of me. So I don't know where they've gone, but there's obviously some sort of bridleway for horses along here, and they've just come out suddenly from the woodland just next to me and disappeared off another path on the other side of my path. So that was quite a nice sight to see them galloping across the path. But I haven't found any more compositions just yet, but I feel like repeating these walks every now and then is always good fun. Really enjoy doing it, and especially the fact that it's in the countryside, it's in a woodland. It's absolutely beautiful. I work in an urban area 5 days a week, and I know that for me personally, getting out here to do something like this makes life a lot more interesting for me, and it takes away the boredom and the basically labour intensive work that I do all week. So this is a really, really good walk for me. But I've just got down to the bottom of this path, and I know that in a little while now I'm going to have to start ascending again back up towards the summit of Kinver Edge before I can get to Nanny's Rock and then carry on round towards the end of the walk. It won't take me too much longer, and I've done that ascent previously and didn't have a problem with it at all. So I don't look forward to climbing up things. I don't mind coming down. It's getting up things that is difficult for me. Just takes your breath away. But I'll plod on and do it anyway, and I'll speak to you again in just a moment. This is great because I've got coniferous woodlands all to one side of me, to my right, and as I climb up this path I'm just looking to my right to see if I can find an interesting composition within those coniferous woodlands. Now obviously those woodlands, the trees are all very tall and slim, but they're also quite close together, so they create some very, very strong compositional lines that I can use. So I've stopped at one point along the path and taken a photo into those woodlands using a portrait orientation, because obviously those trees are very tall and slim, so I want to make my image tall and slim as well. So I'm using a portrait orientation and using those lines of those trees to draw you into the image. So I hope you like that one. It's a bit dark and murky, but obviously in a woodland it really is at the moment. It's almost the end of October, and the autumnal colours really are starting to pop now. So I was hoping to try and get some very interesting autumnal shots today. I think I've managed it anyway, although where I am, the saturation of the colours isn't very strong at the moment. They are popping, but they're not popping quite enough. So I think maybe next week might be a very good time to be back out somewhere else in the woodland again. So I've just been into Nanny's Rock, basically a red sandstone outcrop which forms part of Kinver Edge. I've been in there before and taken a few decent photos in there, but as always when you go to that particular spot there were loads of people in there, so I couldn't really film. I had to be very careful about taking photos because some of the people in there were families with kids, so it was a case of just snapping a shot every now and then when I could get the opportunity. But hope you like the images that I've just put up. That's an absolutely amazing spot and I really, really love it. Somewhere I've been before obviously, but I just like the natural colours and tones of the place, and I thought you'd like those images as well. So I'm moving on now. I'm not all that far from the end of my walk, to be quite honest with you. I think only another few minutes and I'll be back near the car park, and then there's just a straight walk down to Kinver village itself where I can have my lunch. So I'll see if there's any more photos along the way, and if there are, I'll put them up in just a moment. I'm just about coming to the end of my walk now, so I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me on the walk, and I hope you've enjoyed the images. If you have, please leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you thought of the video and the images. And also, if you've enjoyed today's vlog, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and also please remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I look forward to seeing you again on another vlog very soon. Bye for now.